All right, there we go. So again, tonight is all about how to have fun in your business. So we just did introductions and where you're from, but what we're going to actually do really quick also is go around and share why you joined Tupperware. Why did you join? Just really quick. Michelle, why did you join?
Unmute here quick. I joined for extra money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Deborah, how about you?
I am retired from the government and I wanted just a little bit of play money, and this gives me my play money.
Absolutely. Excellent. Donna.
I actually came in to help Robin. But
All right. I love it. Josina, how about you?
I have always loved Tupperware. I grew up, my mom sold Tupperware, my grandmother sold Tupperware, so I'm like third generation Tupperware.
All right.
That's why I love it.
Fabulous. Excellent. Sasha, how about you? She's like, oh, shoot.
A little both. I did it to help out Belinda and also for a little bit of on the side money, so that works.
All right. So a little side gig. Okay. Excellent. Vivian, how about you?
I wanted the micro grill, and I wasn't paying $200 for it.
Absolutely. And you're
So
still here.
Yeah, I figured I'd do it. Yeah, and I'm a manager, which is surprising.
It's amazing how that happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And then is it Reby? Reby. Sorry, my dear. Why did you come in?
Why did I come into Tupperware?
Yeah.
My grandmother sold it when I was little.
Okay.
She sold it for a long time, and then when she died, I inherited a bunch of her stuff.
Okay.
And included in that was like calendars from the 70s and a whole bunch of recipes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess it just kind of brings back childhood memories.
Okay.
And I love Tupperware. I love the product. It's a great product.
Excellent. Vivian.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, we did you. I'm so sorry.
Did.
See, when your face goes away, then I sometimes.
I know. I hate looking at myself.
It's all right. Okay, so I do that because did you hear all the reasons why people joined? There were all different kinds of reasons, right? Well, I started 19 years ago. So I started when I was 3, and I came in for a discount. Guys, so 19 years ago, just came in for a discount and do it full time, obviously, and absolutely love it. So tonight I want to teach you and share with you some different things on how to continue or start having fun in your side gig, in your fun venture, in your career, whatever you're looking at this moment and season in your business. So the first thing I want you to do is keep your eyes and your ears open for possibilities and things that are available to you. Because you know what? Us as women, we come in, we start something, and we're like, I am doing it for this reason, for this duration of time, and then I'm out. Because us women, we know, right? And then all of a sudden something happens. We hear something or we get that emotional something touches our heart. And then we're like, oh, well, maybe I could do this. So the main thing is that you get what you want out of this biz. So having fun, I would say honestly and sincerely is 95% of it. Because if you're not having fun, well, then what's really the reason of doing your side gig? Right? Would you agree or disagree?
Agree.
All right. So how many of us would love to have fun and make some serious cash flow, whether it's for fun money or that vacation money or whatever it is? Let's have fun doing it. So I'm going to pull up my slides here for you guys so you can see. And we're going to go through a variety of different game ideas and the purpose behind them. Because anything and everything that you do, you want to have a purpose behind it. Okay. So fun first is what is going to keep you going in your business. It's going to keep you going in your gig. It's going to keep you going with making that money. It's going to keep you going with the motivation. When the times are great, you're going to keep having fun. When the times maybe aren't so great, guess what? If you remember the fun times and always come back to the fun, I promise you this business will deliver what you're looking for. Okay. All right, so the fun begins even before the party. So I'm going to give you some different tips and ideas on what to do, or what I do, what I teach my company to do, and then you can pick up things. Remember, you're going to learn a lot of different things tonight. Are you going to do them all? No, but take that one idea that jumps out at you and apply that, okay? Because you can't tweak everything all at once, right? So first and foremost, you want to make sure that you're creating an event for your party. Now, I'm going to just share something with you guys, okay? So first, we call them parties, right? Within our sales force, they're called parties, but to our clients, to our customers, we don't use the word party necessarily anymore. It's more of a get together, a social gathering, a hangout. Call it a theme, right? And I'll go through some different theme ideas versus, hey, do you want to have a party? Okay, that terminology is kind of old school anymore, and people refer to party as work. All right, so the first and foremost thing is, again, start an event, right? And make your hostess a co-host. And then what you want to do is do some fun engagement. You want to kind of break the ice, just like you do at your parties, at your events, you break the ice. So you want to do that in the event to get people chattering even before people meet you face to face. So I do some just fun, crazy, different ones. So like this one, I don't like bananas, but I eat banana pudding. Now keep it going. And so you want to really work with your hostess, you guys, on she's got to be chattery in the event, right? She's got to draw people into the event and getting them socializing before the actual in-home party, okay? And it makes a big difference. So what I'll do is, let's say I post this in the event and I see no responses, no comments are coming in. I see people viewing it, but nobody's chiming in. I will personally message my hostess and say, hey, Deborah, you know what? I put a post in there. Can you help tag some of your girlfriends to answer? And can you start off the answering with this? And then you'll start to see more and more people chiming in. Another thing that I love to do in the actual event prior to the in-home, sorry, I'm trying to like scoot my chair over here, probably like, what are you doing? Is I like to go live in the event. I like to introduce myself. I like to make sure that people know that they get to know me. So you want them to get to know you, right? You want them to get to know your personality before the event, the party begins, because that's super important. And so do some sort of live in there, because that will help, again, break the ice. And so it could be something as simple as, you know what, okay, guys, I'm super excited to come and meet all of you because I've heard so many amazing things about you, and I absolutely adore Deborah. And I'm so excited that she's inviting all of you over for our Salsa and Margarita get together. So what I'm going to encourage all of you guys to do, if you dare, go live in here and introduce yourself to myself and to each other. I'm going to give you extra auction bucks. I always do an auction at my party, you guys. So I'm going to give you extra auction bucks for doing that. Now, if maybe you're a little more bashful and you're like, I am not going live, guess what? You don't get to get out of this. You just get to comment below a picture of yourself and something that you're super excited about coming to this event for. So again, it starts chatter. It helps them start to get to know one another and have fun in it and look forward to attending it before the event begins. Okay? So then here's something else. So I don't know about you guys, and everybody is different. So again, my passion and my desire to bring to you guys is just different ideas, different spins on things. So some of you may or may not actually send out reminder cards. We still, in our company, we still have a bulk of our team members actually send out invitation/reminder cards. We call them reminders. And so if you send out reminders, this is a fun one to actually print on a piece of paper, like 4 to a page, print them off, cut them out, and put them inside the flyer. And so it's an RSVP, it's a little door prize entry. So then what I'll do is we have them write, like the consultants will write on here, actually call your hostess and let her know you're coming. Because guess what? What don't people do really anymore? They don't call an RSVP. They don't RSVP on events. And so this is something that just really helps drive the attendance up. Would you guys agree that when you have people at the party, you can do your job? You can date there, you can recruit, you can sponsor there, you get to sell there, you get to do everything at your office. So the more people we can get there for you, the more your hostess is going to earn, the more you're going to make, and the more datings you're going to get, and the more sponsors you're going to receive. So this is something really fun. Now, you may be, Heidi, I don't send out reminder cards or invitations. I just do everything via social media. So then you would want to post this in your event, okay? Because again, it plants a seed. And what does it say here? First 15 ladies to RSVP. 15. So I want you to think about, what's your standard of driving attendance to your parties? Do you have a standard? Do you have a goal for your hostess to have so many people there? Because if your hostess doesn't have a goal that she's striving for, 3 or 4 people might be good. But you might go, oh, 3 or 4 people. So you just want to review, what are your standards in order to get how many guests there that you want. Okay, so this we have found to be a great driver. Another fun one that you could do also that we have great success with is actually putting stickers in the reminder cards that you mail out. And so let's say your hostess invites 20 people. Okay, because I always tell them, we're going to mail out the reminder cards to the people you really want there. Everybody else you can invite into the event and send them a personal message. Okay, because personal messages always get more attraction than just mass inviting into an event. How many of you have ever just been invited into an event, they didn't ask your permission, and you find it annoying? Raise your hands.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't want to do that to our hostesses, to have them do that to their guests. So that personal invitation is always trumps. Okay. So come back to mailing out, right? So let's say she's inviting 20 people. What I would do is encourage, let me backpedal. So she's inviting 20. You're going to put 10 to 12 stickers inside the reminder cards or invitations. And so then you let the hostess know, hey, there are 12 invites out there that have stickers on them. When you find all 12 and they come to your party, I'm going to have a special gift for you. So now what does that do? And number one, get your hostess on the phone or messaging people. And then everybody's got to come in order for the hostess to get a gift. Okay, so again, it's driving that attendance. So now let's move on to the party is here. Okay, the party is here. What theme have you picked? What have you done? There are so many themed ideas out there. And I'm going to go through some different ideas with themes because I've heard over the course of years on how themes can kind of confuse people. So I'm going to try and make the muddy waters really clear and make it as simple as possible for you. Okay, so first let me ask you, how many of you do themed events?
I do.
Okay. Trying to see all of you. Okay, good portion of you do. Nice job. So one, again, themes make it fun. So if we talk salsa and margaritas, all right? Salsa and margarita is super simple, right? Make the salsa with the Power Chef. You could do a fun, there's a fun salsa game that you can play. I'll send these out to your business leaders so you guys have them. But there's a fun salsa and cheese game that you can play. And you can literally just give tickets for people for answering the questions and do a draw. And the draw can be for Tiny Treasures pieces, nothing big. But whatever theme you do, here's what I did for years, and here's what I teach our company, is that no matter what theme you do, okay, the only thing that you really need to change is your games. other than that, like the bulk of your demonstration of products can be pretty darn similar. So for instance, I'm going to give you an example. When I did salsa and margarita shows, I always brought Vent and Serves. There was the Power Chef system or Quick Chef at that time. So Power Chef, now you would do, and Fridge Smarts or Modular Mites, kind of rotated. Those were my 3 core sets that always, everywhere, all the time went to the party. I might have added some additional pieces like the Crazy 8 set that's going on right now, right? I might have added some 1 or 2 additional must-sees, but that was it. And the only things that changed was maybe a couple of decorations on my table. So I found little mini sombreros that I would put on there and little Moroccos. And I would have those on there. And my games. That was it. That was the only difference with my themes. And so then it doesn't make having a theme or different theme options overwhelming. You don't have to redo your entire parties for all these different themes. Make it super simple. So for instance, if we're going to go ahead, let's look at these. Wine and cheese tasting. Well, guess what? You could go ahead and take our knife along with the wine opener, but then you could still keep the Vent and Serves because you could do some sort of yummy appetizer with the Vent and Serve, or you could take the Micro Pro Grill and do like bruschetta because that goes really good with wine and cheese. So do you see how, again, you only need to change 1 or 2 slight things, and again, it's your games that you can tweak up. Okay. So, and again, I will get these sheets, these theme sheets out to your business leaders so that you got these. So then all you have to do, if you want to run with a variety of different theme ideas, is print them off because it's in a nice PowerPoint slide. So they'll print off really nice for you. And the other final thing with themes, because I'll pull this one up. Think of different options. So depending on when you're doing your get-togethers, you might offer Saturday morning as brunch, right? So you might offer mimosas and muffins or monkey bread and mimosas. You could offer a omelet bar. You can, Friday night is all about couples. And so maybe you do a couples party, battle of the sexes. And so think of, we tried to take the guesswork out, but think outside of the box. Use your personality to make your business the way you want and help your hostess so that she or he gets super excited about it, and you kind of customize it, but yet keeping it super simple. Okay. Here's another really fun one. It's Slingo Fun Night. So it is making slushies and playing bingo at your parties. And you might go, okay, bingo. Well, I think we all have Walmarts. So Walmart, you can actually go, or you can order them on Amazon or Oriental Trading, but you can actually get paper bingo cards. Okay, and you can also laminate them. Some people will get the paper bingo cards and they'll laminate them all if you want to take that time. And then you can go ahead and use markers, or you can get the actual little daubers, or there's actual like little bingo discs. So there's a variety of options out there. But you can actually play bingo at your parties. Give away small, tiny treasures pieces. You could give away old dating gifts if you wanted. I mean, there's a variety of things that you could give away that don't cost you hardly anything to play bingo at your parties. And that just kind of fluffs it up, right? So you could make slushies and play bingo. You could do wine slushies. You could do smoothies at bingo. So again, it's just kind of a different spin on things that, again, make it more fun. When somebody says, you know, hey, can I offer you to do a Slingo party or a Slingo girls night? They're like, Slingo, what is that? Right? And so then you can say, oh my gosh, we'll make these awesome homemade slushies and we're going to play bingo in between. So again, it gives it a different spice. So think about what is your different spice that you want to offer to your hostesses and to your guests so they keep coming back to you. Now, I don't have this slide, but I do want to talk about it really quick before I go to this one, you guys, is auction. Has anybody ever done an auction party? No? Okay. So auction shows. Guys, I did these for about 17 and a half years. How long have I been in? 19. So this isn't about, oh, well, this is Heidi's show. No, I'm just here again telling you different things that worked really successful and was fun in this business. So the auction. So what I used to do was have money all cut up, and we would hand it out during the party for every question that they asked. They laughed during the party. They had to do certain things prior to the party so they would get more money when they got there. Well, guess what? Handing out money took a lot of time. So then I just gave it to where they got a $100 bill and they wrote on the back all the different money amounts that we gave out throughout the night. The purpose of the auction was to, have fun giving points or giving auction money out, because then at the end we auctioned off 3 to 5 small pieces of Tupperware. Again, didn't cost me hardly anything, but they had a good value. But the more important thing is that it engaged them throughout the entire night. So they had to find the pages of products that we talked about. They had to remember things that we talked about with the products and what they did. They got to compliment one another when they shared different ideas. So it kept them engaged and involved so that you aren't just standing there talking to them, right? Because people like to socialize and hang out, play with the products. So we want them to get hands-on and be a part of the night and not being talked at through the night. Okay, so if you guys have more questions about the auction, I will stay on a few minutes afterwards and you guys can ask me if you would like. Okay, a couple of other fun little games that you could do also is the clothespin game. So this one is before the party gets going. You choose a buzzword. So your buzzword could be Tupperware. Okay, I mean, you can pick anything that you want. And so as each guest arrives at the party, what you do is you pin a clothespin to their shirt and you tell them what the buzzword is. And you tell them to avoid using that during the party, okay? And if any of the guests use the buzzword, someone can steal their clothespin from them. And so then at the end of the night, the person with the most clothespins wins. So again, what are they doing? They're engaged, they're listening, and they're listening for those words, and they're laughing. So you're breaking down the walls, you're breaking down the barriers, because the more people are comfortable, here's a marketing technique. The more that people are comfortable, the more that they're going to do things that you suggest. So when you suggest something, you want to nod your head. Aren't you guys having a great time tonight? Yeah, right? And you're nodding your head, yes. When you're talking about a premium product, oh my gosh, don't you see how this MicroPro grill can save you tons of time and tons of money so you're not eating out so much, right? And again, you're nodding your head. Won't it be so much fun to have a girls' night with salsa and margaritas at your event? Right? So as they're having fun and they're relaxed, you guys, your sales are going to increase, your datings are going to increase, and so is your sponsoring. It's a proven fact. Okay? So there's a game. Here's another game that hopefully you guys are taking notes and don't have writer's cramp. The texting game. And this is so you can actually gather your customer's name and information into your phone. I want you to think about this for a second. If you did 2 parties, okay, 2 parties a week, so that's what, 8 a month typically, times 12 months, okay? And on an average, you're gonna see, let's say 10 people at a party. So that's roughly 80 people a month times 12 months. That's 960 names that you would have gathered throughout the year. Do you think you'll ever run out of business?
No.
No. So here's how the texting game works. So right at the beginning of the night, we go around, have everybody introduce themselves, how they know the hostess. A fun game that we do too, I'll kind of tie this in together. Excuse me. is we have them share how they know the hostess, but they have to lie. I say, now this is the only time I ever ask anyone to lie because I don't believe in that. Said, but tonight you're going to lie on how you know the hostess. And so again, and that's a funny one just because it breaks the walls down, it breaks the barriers, and they have a hoot and a half, and you get to know what your crowd is like. So if someone starts it off by saying, oh, I met Michelle at the strip joint, now you're going to know that this crowd could be a little more rowdy. And so that's a great icebreaker. So then after everybody introduces how they know the hostess, then I say, okay, so now I want everybody to grab out your phones. What I'm going to have you guys do is I'm going to have you pull up the text messaging service, and I want you to type in, and I give them my phone number. So they're going to type my phone number in there. And what you're going to do in the message part is you're going to say, hi, my name is Michelle. And you guys are going to text that to me, right? So they're going to put their name in there, and they're going to text that to me. And the first person whose name comes through on my text gets a gift. Or if I'm doing my auction, everybody's name that comes through gets extra auction bucks. So now guess what? If I've got 10 people at that party, I just got 10 names added into my contacts. So then I'll simply say to them, thanks so much, you guys. Now I am your Tupperware consultant. So now if you have any questions, you can text me at any time. So I want you to put me in your contact as, you know, your Tupperware connection, Heidi, your fun Tupperware connection. And so then they're going to go ahead and put that in there. So it's a great way to stay connected to your customers. And now you have a warm market versus a cold market. So have you ever called a customer and you feel a little out of water? Like you're like, I don't know if I'm bugging them. Should I be calling them? Where now, guess what? When you message them, it's going to come up. Hey, Michelle, my Tupperware warm connection. Or, hey, Michelle, my Tupperware fun connection. However you want them to put you in their phone is what it's going to come out. So now it's that immediate, hey, I know her. Versus, hey, I think I know who that is and why is she calling me? Okay, so again, that's another marketing tip and technique that will really help you. All right, let's keep moving along here. So here's another fun one, is our silly party games. Never have I ever, okay? And this one is at the beginning of, and are you gonna do all of these games? No, okay, let's first stress this. You're going to pick one icebreaker game, and then you're going to do the texting one all the time, every time. But then you're going to do a sponsoring game, which I'll get to. But I wanted to give you a variety of ones so that you had a little mini library to start off with if you don't have one already, that you can rotate through them, okay? So you don't do these all. You do the intros. You do the how do they know the hostess, the texting one, and then you can do one of these other, like never have I ever's or the clothespin, right? Because it's throughout, and then a sponsoring, okay? So you don't overkill. But this never have I ever, and at the beginning of the game, give each guest, you can give them whatever you want, 10 pennies or tokens, fake dollar bills, it doesn't matter. But you start with the hostess, and every guest should share something that they have never done before, but that the other guests might have done. Okay, so it could be an example of never have I ever stopped by the police. So anyone who has done that will have to give up one of their pennies and give it to the person who made that statement. And you go around the room a couple of times, unless it's a really large group, like more than 15, then just go around once. But again, it's really funny, and it's just it's a great icebreaker, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start wrapping it up with your sponsoring games. Oops. So your sponsoring games. Well, actually we have two more, sponsoring and dating. Okay, so our sponsoring games, there's two that we run with, again, in our company in Shazam. And the first one is Ask Me Questions. And so how do you lead into asking questions about the business, because sometimes that might feel a little, again, like a fish out of water, a little awkward. So this is our style. What we'll do is be like, all right, you guys, you know what? You've all had so much fun tonight, right? And what are you guys doing? You're nodding your head yes. You've had so much fun tonight. Yes. Okay, so now we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to take a commercial break, and you guys see these tickets? You guys get to ask as many questions as you want about our business. Okay, so anything, if you were to think about starting your own side gig for some fun money or that extra income or just something to do, I want you to think of all those inquiring questions that you would want to know. Doesn't mean that you're going to join, but the more questions you ask, the more tickets you're going to get, and then we're going to do some draws at the end. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have somebody pull out their phone, and I'm going to ask you to set your timer for 4 minutes. So if somebody pulls out their phone, they set the timer for 4 minutes, and I say, don't start it until I say, and I get my tickets ready, and I usually have a strip of tickets already ready to go. There's a strip of 20. So I've got 20 tickets on there. And so then I look at, let's say Michelle is my gal that had pulled out her phone. I say, okay, Michelle, you can go ahead and start it. So if they're looking like, I'm not really sure what to ask, and it's silence, I usually will go, okay, ask if you can earn trips. And so then somebody will say, can you earn trips? That's a great question. So then you give that person a ticket, and then it will usually start, and they'll usually start to ask questions. Okay, so then you go to 4 minutes, and they get to ask all those questions, and you just do some basic draws at the end. But it gives them an opportunity and you to share in a fun atmosphere about the biz. Okay, the other one that we do is called the envelope game. The envelope game, there are 7 different envelopes, and they're numbered on the outsides, and we get fun, bright colored envelopes, and you can get those at the store, at Walmart, Target, or you can order them on Amazon, right? You can get fun colored envelopes anywhere, but you number them 1 through 7. So each envelope has a different number on it. If you've got smaller kids, have them decorate the envelopes. Have fun, make it a family venue, okay? Truly and sincerely. The more family you can pull in, the better. But inside each envelope is a different question that you're going to write out. So it might be, how much time does it take to work this biz? Can you earn trips? So you're prompting them with the questions. All they have to do is read them. And then you can turn the cards over and have the answers on the back. So it's super, super simple. So not only are they going to read the question, then you say, oh my gosh, great question. If you turn that card over, go ahead and read what that says. And then they'll read the answer. So now they're doing the work for you. They're listening to each other. And it makes it's one of those where they're going, huh, I didn't know that. All right, who has number 2? Then they pull out, they read the question, and then flip it over, and they read the answer. Okay, so that's the envelope game. After any type of sponsoring game that you guys do, here is the clincher. The clincher is you want to make sure that you do some sort of door prize drawing questions. Okay, and so the reason why is because people will be more honest on a piece of paper with people they don't know than saying stuff out loud and asking questions, showing that they're interested to people that they don't know. That has been a game changer when we started that years ago. And so I encourage you to always do some sort of door prize, and the questions are already done up. So I will again get those to your business leaders so that you have those. But no matter what, whether there's 2 people at a party or whether there's 20 people at a party, always do the survey questions or the door prize. Okay. And the other thing that helps you even more successful is if you actually read the questions and have them just write the answers on an index card and have them put their name on it versus giving them a pre-printed one with the questions on there. Because they have to listen to you read them. versus they just kind of skim through it and write down quick answers. Okay, so again, just some little tips that really help that. And then the final thing for you, and we are done, and we'll open it up to takeaways and to questions for you guys, is dating game. So remember, when you're at this event, when you're at your party, this is your office. And so how many of you have full-time jobs or work outside of the home? Okay, so when you go into the office, you've got certain tasks that you want and need to get accomplished, right? Well, same thing with your Tupperware biz. Again, no matter the reason you're doing it. There's certain things that you want to get accomplished because it makes your business much easier. There's less follow-up time. So you want to make sure that you sell there, right? Because you got an amazing product that you want to get in people's hand. You want to make sure that you date there. Okay? They always say, there's a saying, if you date 0, you just laid yourself off. You gave yourself a pink slip. Date 1 from a party, you'll maintain your business. Date 2, you'll grow it. Date 3, you'll explode it. So depending on what you want with your business, always go for those 2 because that helps your hostess. Okay? So you want to sell, you want to date, and you want to sponsor. You want to share the business. Because here's some facts. By the year 2020, which is just around the corner, there will be one person in 80% of the households across the U.S. So think about that for a sec. One person in 80% of the households across the U.S. will be doing a direct sales business full-time.
Wow.
So it's not a matter of if people are going to do a direct sales business. It's a matter of when and what company and who's going to ask them. Okay, so, and I shared that with you just so you can kind of file that away to think, man, our job is just to offer. Their job is to decide, right? We're not about convincing or twisting arms. We don't do that, but we do offer it. Okay, so your dating game. There are so many different dating games out there, you guys. I'm just going to share one with you. Okay, there's the dice game out there where they roll dice and it's odds and ends, and there's even better gifts and smaller gifts. But the one I want to talk to you tonight about is the Smidget game. Okay, so the Smidget game, and it's all typed up, and I even have a video. If I can share that video with your business leaders, I'll share that with them so that they can pass it on, because it's literally me doing it live at an event. Okay, so the Smidget game, it's a mixture of keychains and smidgets. I'll just kind of lay out the basis of it. Mixture of keychains and smidgets. 80% of them say they win a gift and they win a party. 80%. The other 20% are just a gift, and it's not a big gift. Might be a whistle straw or an orange peeler. Okay, and you set the stage, and so these pieces of paper are inside the keychains and the smidgets, okay? But you set the stage by just going through asking who's ever taken a chance in their life. And again, I'll send the video so you can just watch that, because I won't take the next 3 or 4 minutes to go through it. But the dating games what it does is it takes the people who are on the fence and it helps them make a decision. And I let them know up front, guys, guess what? I am not here to twist your arm, but I am not above bribery. Okay? And I'm smiling when I say that, right? So, and that, again, it breaks down the walls. I'm not here to twist your arm. You can pass or you can play. I don't care what you do, but don't be surprised if I do bribe you. And so it makes it fun. And I'll just give you the results typically of the Smidget game. Okay, so I adopted this when I was about 6 months into the business. When I first started, guys, I was not doing a dating game because I didn't think I really wanted to do this business, even though I had earned a car in 2 months. Okay, I was like, I really don't know if I'm going to continue this, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, I started to do the dating game. So I went from getting 0 parties to maybe 1 party, maybe 2, but then 1 would cancel. to doing the Smidget game where I averaged 4 to 6 parties per party.
Wow.
Now my attendance at the party, I would usually have 12 to 15. So I was getting about half of my guests to date. And I had less than a 5% cancellation rate. So I can say honestly and sincerely, I can teach you how to master the dating game because I've mastered it, because I've done it enough the wrong way that I can teach you how to do it the right way. And so again, I will pass that video on to you guys for being in this amazing Fast and Furious group, okay? Or fast track group. So always some sort of dating game, because that will help you and that will continue to further your business. So there is the fun that you can have in a variety of ways for your business. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to just kind of let you download. And do we have any questions that I can answer for you?
Just one simple one.
Okay.
I want to make sure I understand this. You do about 4 games in your party. You do an icebreaker, and then your texting game, and then a sponsoring and a dating. Is that correct?
You got it.
Is that right? Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And those, like the texting one doesn't seem like a game, right? That's a task that they get to do. But yes, you're exactly right. Those four key components.
Makes sense.
Can you go over the texting game just quickly again for me? So everyone introduces themselves, states how they know the hostess.
Yeah.
And then how did the texting part come into play?
Yep. So then I just say, okay, so guys, what I'm going to have you do really quick is pull out your cell phones. And so everybody pulls out their cell phone, and I'm going to give you a phone number to type in that you're going to send a text to. And so you give them your phone number.
Okay.
Okay. And now once I put your phone number in, then I'm going to say, okay, so now in the message, I want you to put in there, hey, this is, and then their name.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then I'll say, okay, the first one now, and hold on, everybody's got to go at the same time. So we'll count down from 3, 2, 1, send it. First one that comes through to my phone gets a special gift or auction box or whatever you guys are doing. But then I have them go back into that contact, right, and with my phone number, and have them put down whatever gentler word, not so military. Krista, what you mean, hon?
Oh, somebody wanted to know what a sponsoring game was, and I'm guessing it means a recruiting game. But instead of using the word recruiting, I personally, and I've been doing this since 1980, have never heard of this. I'm saying dating game, recruiting game. You're saying sponsoring game. So maybe it's because it's a gentler way, unless of course they're an alcoholic and then you're in trouble. But I'm just saying. I think it's nice. It's always nice to learn new words to use. And I do think it's a gentler way to say recruiting, because recruiting sounds like you're out there like
the military,
hiring the masses, and sponsoring sounds like you're going to be their friend and help them into it.
Yes.
And help them be successful. So that's why I was answering someone's question. That's
no,
all.
I appreciate that greatly. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But you're exactly right. Sponsoring it's a very soft word, and that's actually going through. I mean, it's been going around for years in the direct sales industry, network marketing, because what do we do in this business? We do sponsor people. We take them by the hand and we lead them. We don't recruit them. Yep. Okay. So Michelle, did that help?
It did. Yes. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions, you guys?
Who asked that question that got me in trouble? I don't know any of these people. What area are you in, Heidi?
I'm in Iowa.
Well, see, Midwest. Isn't that considered the Midwest?
It is.
Well, I've done Tupperware in Florida all my life, and I don't remember ever hearing that word.
Okay.
But, my favorite director of all time, Jean Ann Dolan, was from Iowa. So that's kind of nice to know that you're there.
Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I don't know if you've ever heard of her.
I have heard her. I just never had the privilege of meeting her.
Amazing,
Yes,
amazing woman. Yeah.
I've heard that from numerous people. All right. Any other questions that I can answer for you guys? Otherwise, what were some takeaways? What were some things that you got that you're going to go run with?
I like the party theme ideas.
Okay.
So
excellent. Thanks, Vivian.
That's what I'm going to run away with.
Yay.
I agree. That's the most unusual list of party themes that I've ever seen in my life.
Yay.
And I would love to see a little more breakdown on those subjects, or just, I guess we just make it up, but it's
a lot of them you will just make up, but yes, there will be 3 sheets that I'll be sending out to your business leaders.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I love your take on this business, though. I haven't been sending out invitations because of postage, but I do a lot of coaching, and you're right. You can coach till the cows come home, and I think that I like the idea of putting something in with the invitation, and you're saying you like to use the brochures as the invitation. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Well, then they have something to look at if they can't come, right?
What's that, sweetie?
Then it gives them something to want, even if they can't come.
Yes, absolutely. Excellent. Other takeaways?
There was so much. Oh, the envelope game.
Oh, yeah.
When you say that you did it 2 different ways, I guess. You lost me when I was writing the second stuff. The envelope game has a number 1 through 7, and the questions, you evidently have 7 questions that people would want. No, you give them the questions, and the answers are on the back of the card, and they don't pull it out of the envelope until you're watching them. So they pull it out and it's facing them. Mm-hmm. And then they find out that they can read the answer on the back of the card, which I think is extremely clever. And the thing about the auction game, giving out a $100 bill and then having them write the amount on the back, you're right, that's a much faster way to do it. Yeah. I have done auctions, and the only thing that I can tell you about auctions is start at the beginning that people are not allowed to combine their money. Yes. And they cannot spend it at any other place except for your parties.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Crystal. I like the Slingo game. I do.
Can you go a little bit deeper into the smidget thing?
Okay, I'm going to mute here. Can I go a little more in detail on the what, hun?
The smidget game, the smidgets, we can do the smidgets for the dating.
Yep. What I'm going to do to make it easier for you guys is I actually have a video that I did at an event of the smidget game. So I'm going to send that out to your business leaders. And so then you can literally watch the video, because the video is about 5 minutes. And so then you can, and I'm going to just really be honest with you guys. When I was learning the smidget game, okay, so our kids I worked a full-time career, okay? So I was working about 60, 70, 80 hours a week. We had 2 small kids. They were 3 and an infant. And so when I was learning this smidget game, because when I decided I was going to do it as a business, I'm like, I got to figure out this dating thing because I don't like the phone. And so I literally sat the kids as stuffed animals down on the couch, and I role played that darn smidget game to these stuffed animals so that over and over and over. And when my husband would come home, I would be like, okay, you've got to just listen to this. And so he was like, yep, sounds great. I'm like, no, I got to try it again. So what I'm going to encourage you to do, I shared that because the more repetition we do of something, right, the more it becomes second nature. And so you won't be able to do it just once or twice. What I'm going to encourage you to do is to do it 11 times consistently in a row. Don't do anything else. Just tweak things slightly as you're doing it. And I promise if you do that, you'll master it. Okay. So I have out that I will send out the envelope game, the ask me the questions, the smidget dating game. I'm going to write this all down. Video. And the written out instructions for this midget game in case you don't like to watch videos and you just need something written. Game and video. I will send out the 3 pages of theme parties. Okay, and the games that you also saw in here, the clothespin one and the Never Have I Ever. Okay, so the slides will go over to your business leaders, and this recording will get downloaded in the morning, and so that will also go out to your business leaders, so you can watch this again at any time. Okay?
Okay.
All right, well,
Perfect.
I want to say thank you guys for taking time out of your schedules tonight to invest in you so that you can go and grow in your business and have what?
Fun.
Fun. All right, have a good night.
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you. Good night.